So hello students, very good evening to all of you. How are you guys doing? Is the voice clear? Video is visible to you? If yes, kindly mention yes in the comment section so that I got to know that everything is perfect to start this session. Mention yes or no. Hello Venkatesh, hi Ishwar, hello Swapna. Very good evening to all of you. All right. So guys, please excuse my voice. Actually, I'm having a very severe throat infection for the past 3 to 4 days, and I might, you guys have witnessed also this. So I'm not able to speak for a prolonged duration. So kindly excuse my voice. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for understanding. All right. So let's start today's session. So in today's session, we are going to cover the past 6 months schemes, indexes and reports. So in the first video, we have covered the state news, international and the national news. In the second video, we have covered the banking, finance and the economy part. And in this video, we are going to cover the very important schemes, index and reports. All right. So try to focus on the schemes, that what is the objective of that scheme, when that particular scheme was started. All right. So try to focus on these two important aspects. Clear? And if it, let's say in a particular scheme, if there is some amount given, try to remember that amount. All right. And for reports and indexes, you have to know, you have to read about the ranking of India in that particular report and which organization releases that report. So these two aspects you have to remember for both these things. All right, is it clear? So let's start. So we'll be covering what? So we'll be covering the schemes, the important indexes and the reports for the past 6 months, that is from April till September, right? So starting with the schemes. So the first was, Indian government has launched CDP-Suraksha scheme. All right. So CDP is what? Cluster Development Program. And this, what is the objective of this initiative? So it is a groundbreaking digital platform. Remember, it is a digital platform aimed at streamlining the distribution of subsidies. Very, very important. And distribution of subsidies to the horticulture farmers. So what is horticulture? It is basically the growing of vegetables. All right. So for distributing the subsidies to the horticultural farmers, all right, through a digital platform, the name is CDP-Suraksha. All right. So it is under the cluster development program. Very, very important. Now coming to the static part, you have to remember the facts about what is CDP, what is horticulture. At least these basic thing you should know. So cluster development program, it was launched in 2021, and the nodal ministry who is looking after the implementation thing is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Tell me in the comment section who is the present Union Minister of Agriculture. Write in the comment section. And the objective of this scheme is to enhance productivity, infrastructure and supply chain in horticulture clusters. All right. So if we talk about horticulture, India is one of the leading producer of vegetables. All right. Fruits and vegetables, and the growing of fruits and vegetables is known as horticulture. Clear? So these two things you have to remember. All right. Moving to the next one. The next one is, so yes, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Okay, good. So try to remember these kind of the who are the important leaders, at least for the important ministries like agriculture, the rural development, finance minister, home minister. All right. You should know the names of the following persons. Clear? The next was the Girl Child Empowerment Mission, that is GEM. Okay. And who has initiated this important empowerment scheme? It is NTPC, that is National Thermal Power Corporation. Okay, and is the largest power company. It has initiated this GEM scheme as a part of their corporate social responsibility. So let me tell you about this term, corporate social responsibility. What is CSR? You all have heard about CSR. So under CSR, all the companies, be it the public sector or the private sector, they have to donate, or let's say they have to work for the welfare of the society. And in society, it can be a women development scheme, or it can be a child development scheme, or it can be an infrastructure development scheme for, let's say, senior citizens. So they have to contribute 2% of their net profit to these kind of social welfare activities. Alright, so NTPC, under this their CSR obligations, they have started this Girl Child Empowerment Mission. Alright, so what are they doing? They conduct 1 month workshop for young girls during summer holidays, and during this workshop they train them in different activities, and they choose the most brilliant minds for their future development. Alright, so it is a 1 month workshop. Alright, so this program aligns with Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan, again a very important scheme for the girl child development. Alright, right, so this scheme was launched by Government of India. Alright, so Ministry of Social Development, Ministry of Women and Child Development. So remember these things, that this scheme is working together with the Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao Abhiyan. You guys mentioned that in which year that Beti Padhao and Beti Bachao Abhiyan was started. Write in the comment section. Write it down. So I see, whenever I ask you some question, it is not an irrelevant question. Remember, you must, or let's say you will get these kind of questions in exam also. They can ask you because these are some milestone scheme. Alright, these are some of the most important schemes for the social development. Alright, so you should know the year of those particular schemes. Moving on to the next news. Before that, we have to read something static also, because this session I am already connecting each and every current affair with the static thing. So for here, NTPC Limited, it was founded in 1975. Alright, and today, even today, that we are focusing so much on renewable energies, more than 60% of our energy is still dependent on coal. And coal means what? National Thermal Power Corporation. Okay, so its headquarters is in New Delhi. About Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao, it is, yes, 25th 2015, the year 2015, it was launched. The nodal ministry is Ministry of Women and Child Development. Alright, so remember this thing. One more thing is, for banking, there is Sukanya Samriddhi account. Sukanya Samriddhi account. Can you guys tell me what is the interest rate the government is giving for this scheme? Anyone knows? For Sukanya Samriddhi account, what is the interest rate the government is providing us, the bank is providing us? If anyone knows, kindly mention in the comment section, I will tell you. Moving on to the next news, Mission Ishan. Alright, so this mission is basically, always remember, the first thing is the objective or the aim of that particular scheme. So this aimed at consolidating its fragmented airspace management into a single unified system. So what fragmented airspace? See, in India, we have, let me show you the map, then only you can understand. For air traffic management, we have divided India into 4 major segments. Alright, so these are this fragmented airspace. So we have 4 and they are trying to unify it into one. That they want that for India there is only one single airspace. Alright. Yes, 8.2. Excellent. Alright. So presently Indian airspace is divided into 4 flight information regions. So there is a term called FIR. This is not first information report, it is flight information regions. So presently India is divided into 4 FIRs. 4 FIRs. Okay. And they want to consolidate into single one. So let me show you. So this is India. One airspace is this one. Alright. The Delhi region. Okay. So this one is. So this one is Delhi region. Okay. The second one is the Mumbai region. The third one here is Chennai. And the fourth one is the Kolkata FIR. So they are trying to consolidate into single FIR. Okay. So this mission Ishan deals with consolidating 4 into 1. Okay. So remember this thing. Now talking about what is FIR. It is basically flight information region. In India we have 4. Alright. And the function is manage and control the air traffic within this space. So whenever there is flight going to Mumbai, let's say from Delhi to Mumbai, or other flight is coming from Mumbai to Delhi. Alright, so they try to exchange information so that air traffic is properly controlled. Alright. Now a very important organization here is who is controlling all those things is Airport Authority of India. Right, and it was established in 1995. The nodal ministry is Ministry of Civil Aviation. Alright, and the present chairperson of Airport Authority of India is Mr. Sanjeev Kumar. So remember this name. Okay. Now tell me the present Union Minister of Civil Aviation. Who is the Union Minister of Civil Aviation? Mention in the comment section. Let's see how many of you have know this, the name of the person. Very famous one. The ex-Maharaja. Write it down, whatever, it can be wrong, it can be right, alright. So no need to worry that sir I have written wrong answer. It won't get you any negative marks right now, okay. So just write it down. Alright. So next news is Pharma Research in Ayurgyan and Techno Innovation. Pragati 2024. So what is this Pragati 2024? It is basically Pharma Research in Ayurgyan. That is the first 3 letters, and Gati is what? Gyan and Technology Innovation. Okay. So what is this particular scheme? It is about, so this Central Council of Research in Ayurvedic Science, this is the organization which has launched Pragati 2024. Alright, the purpose is to promote research and innovation in the field of Ayurveda. Okay. So to know more about this particular Ayurvedic field, to use Ayurveda for the social welfare, for the treatment of people, this Pragati 2024 was launched. Okay, and this initiative aims to provide an opportunity for collaborative research between CCRAS and the Ayurvedic drug industry. See, how a drug industry make their product, because someone has done a research that when you use these 2 molecules, it can become a good medicine for treating, let's say, a particular illness. So the research institute is this, they do research in the Ayurvedic thing, and the drug industry, they make medicines, tablet as per their research. Okay, so it is a win-win situation. And who is the ultimate beneficiary? The general public. Alright, and you all know, you guys know that government has launched the Ayush mission, okay, in which Ayurveda is one of the important component. Alright, yes. So Central Council of Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, it was established in 1978. The Ministry of Ayush is the nodal ministry, remember this thing. Okay, the objective is the conduct, coordinate and promote research in Ayurveda. Alright, chalo. Next one is Mudra loan surge past 5 lakh crore in mark in 2024. So Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, it is a very important scheme for disbursing loans for encouraging the medium scale and small scale industries in India. And you would be surprised to know that more than 69% of the beneficiary under the PM Mudra Yojana were women. So this scheme has been a game changer for women entrepreneurs. Alright. So what has happened is, you should know that the Mudra loan amount has surged up to 5 lakh crore rupees in 2024. Alright. So you should know about the amount, what amount it has been given. Now talking about the scheme, it was launched in 2015. Alright. And under the scheme, what is being done? Collateral free institutional credit up to 10 lakh rupees. Right. So how you are going to make the short notes? So write PM Mudra, total loan disbursed in 24, 5 lakh crore. Okay. 2015 launched and 10 lakh rupees. Okay, so in this way you can make short notes about Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Yes, it is further divided into Shishu, Kishore and Tarun. Excellent. Excuse me. Sir, please tell more about scheme what Nirmala Sitharaman said in recent budget. Okay. Yeah, so institutional credit, so they increase the limit, hai na? Sometimes they will make it 20 lakhs, hai na? Coming year they can make more, alright. So it depends upon the performance of that scheme, right? So you should know about the overall objective of that particular scheme, clear? And the recent amendment, let's say this person has written that it has increased to 20 lakh crore, right? So you can mention that 20 lakh loan they can easily get. Now moving on to the next one is Safai Apnao Bimari Bhagao initiative. What is the purpose? By name it is very clear that you should clean, you should make your space clean, you should keep your environment clean so that you don't fall ill. Alright. So who is the nodal ministry? Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. Okay, they have launched this particular Safai Apnao and Bimari Bhagao initiative under Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. Very, very important. So this initiative is under Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0. Alright, so we are now in the second phase of Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. Okay, so this is under 2.0. Remember this, very important. And it will be running from 1st of July to 31st of August. Yeah. So how they were going to work? They are going to take help from the urban local bodies, alright, and they are going to promote them to that go and clean the areas, alright. So this is the thing, and you all know that during the monsoon season the environment becomes very filthy, right? The drainage gets clogged, and because of that the urban flooding situation which you can see in Mumbai, Chennai, this is because of the poor drainage system, alright. So they are focusing on keeping the environment clean. Now coming to the static part, you should know about the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. Alright, so it was launched in 2014. See, majority of the umbrella scheme, it was launched in 2014 because the government was transitioned from UPA to NDA, right? So Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister of India in 2014. So whenever the government changes, they bring together major changes in the schemes, alright. So the nodal ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, the purpose is to achieve a clean and open defecation free urban environment, alright. And for this there is a survey called Swachh Sarvekshan. Can you tell me which city topped in 2024 in Swachh Sarvekshan? Can you mention in the comment section? And the Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0, the second phase started in 2021. Remember this thing, alright. Mention in the comment section which city topped in the Swachh Sarvekshan, cleanest city of India. Yes, Indore. Very good. MOSPI launches eSankhyiki portal for enhanced data access. So MOSPI is Ministry of Statistics, alright. So Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, they have introduced eSankhyiki. Sankhiki means statistics. Statistics deals with data, alright. So it is used to revolutionize the data accessibility and user experience. Now see, there is a very important phrase. Previously it was we were told that oil is those who control the oil reserves controls the entire world. But now the scenario has changed. We are saying now there is saying is data is the new oil. It was the top line for the economic survey in around 2016-2017. Alright, data is the new oil means who can easily understand the data and derive important information from that, they can become very powerful and they can lead the entire world. Alright, so to do this, Ministry of Statistics has introduced eSankhyiki portal. The purpose is to centralize and streamline access to key national statistic data, supporting planners, policymakers and researchers. See, if I can tell you that, let's say in a particular district, the total population is, let's say, 1 lakh. In that, 60,000 are male, 40,000 are female. So it will be easy for me as an administrator if I know how many women are there, so that accordingly I can plan which scheme I should launch. And because how I'm going to plan it? Because I know the data, right? So the purpose of this initiative is to provide good data to these kind of institutions and policymakers, so that they can formulate a proper policy based on this data. All right. So remember this thing. Now coming to the next news. Union Minister G. Krishnan Reddy launches Nirman portal. Okay. Nirman portal. By name it is very clear. So again it is a CSR initiative. Remember this thing. And which organization is doing this as per their CSR? Coal India Limited. It is a Maharatna PSU. Remember this thing. Alright. So it is a public sector unit and it is a Maharatna. Alright. So what is the purpose? What is the aim? So under this Nirman portal, they are aiding meritorious youth from their operational district who cleared UPSC prelims exam in 2024. Meaning those students, let's say see Coal India Limited, they are operating in, let's say, some districts of, let's say, Bengal or Chhattisgarh. Okay. So in that district, if any student has cleared UPSC prelims, then they will finance them, or let's say they will help them in the form of financial benefit, so that they can prepare for their main exam and further to the interview stage. Alright. So they are basically for helping the students. It is a very good initiative, and all state governments, all PSUs should take these kind of initiative. Alright. So eligible candidates, including those from SC, ST and female or the third gender categories with annual family income below 8 lakhs, receive 1 lakh rupees. So under this, they will provide 1 lakh rupees for preparing for the further stages. Alright. Yeah, ministry is the Union Minister of Coal. Okay. So remember this thing, 1 lakh rupees for Nirman portal. It is under CSR initiative of Coal India Limited. Now coming to the static part. So if they say they can start for the banking exam also, it will be very helpful for all those, right? So they who can't afford spending more money for their exam preparation. So Coal India Limited, it was established in 1975. Headquarters is in Kolkata, and it was given the Maharatna status in 2011. Okay, and the present chairperson is Mr. PM Prasad. So these facts you should know about the Coal India Limited. Yes, many state government are doing the same thing. Like he has mentioned that Telangana government has launched Rajiv Gandhi Civil Abhyastam. Yes, that is an excellent initiative. The Uttar Pradesh government is running this Abhyuday scheme, where they are providing free cost coaching of UPSC, right? So many state governments are doing this thing. Clear? So this is very helpful for those who are not able to afford very expensive coaching, because see, UPSC coaching is altogether a different game. It is again a very deep syllabus, very expensive syllabus, and the cost of coaching institute, especially in Delhi, is huge, right? So offline coaching, they are charging somewhere around 2 to 3 lakhs for this 1 year program, right? So everyone can't afford that kind of money. Okay, right? Sir, ऐसे ही इतना competition है अभी वजह competition. No, see, competition is everywhere. If you are focusing on other people, let's say that in this exam more than 10 lakh students are appearing. If that number is running in your mind, it will not going to help you, but it is definitely going to put you in stress. So avoid thinking about these kind of numbers. Just focus on your preparation. Let's say I have to complete this many current affairs for the past 6 months. Total I have to cover, read and revise 50 pages. Your focus should be on this thing. All right. Because see, there are plethora of reasons which can make your exam more difficult, but where there are very few reasons which can help you, which can give you confidence. So focus on the few things. Okay. So is there any problem in my voice? One student saying your voice is coming very low. Is this it? Are you guys able to hear me? All right. Okay. So the next one is Ministry of Culture initiates Project Pari for the 46th World Heritage Committee meeting. Okay. So Project Pari is Public Art of India. The short form is Pari. So it was initiated by Ministry of Culture and it is going to be executed by Lalit Kala Academy and National Gallery of Modern Art. So their basically the purpose is to show India's millennia old artistic heritage with modern themes and techniques. So basically it is a method of promoting Indian architecture, Indian culture, alright. And the forum they have used was in the 46th World Heritage Committee meeting, right? So this you have to remember. Pari is for Project Art of India, initiated by Ministry of Culture. Objective is to promote India's culture, alright, artistic culture. Now coming to the World Heritage Committee. Who has established World Heritage Committee? Committees means what? A group of people, and that committee has certain purpose to inspect about the various art and culture tradition across the globe. Okay, so it was established by UNESCO. The full form of UNESCO is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Okay, and the purpose of this committee is to oversee the implementation of World Heritage Convention. Okay, and the 46th session was held in New Delhi. So they can ask a question, in which country the 46th session of World Heritage Committee was organized. So answer would be India. Yes. Now coming to the next one, government to launch Agri Fund for Startups and Rural Enterprises, AgriSURE. Okay, so the short form for this agriculture fund for startups and rural enterprise. All right. So see, we all know that in India, agriculture is being the backbone of the entire economy. Majority, I would say the majority of the employment is in the agriculture sector. And see, our actual traditional agriculture is being practiced in the rural areas. And in the yesterday's session, I told that presently more than 69% of the total population reside in rural areas. So to promote rural entrepreneurship, this fund was started, AgriSURE, so that the people residing in the rural areas, they also have the access of finances so that they can start their dream business. And see, whenever a business is established, that business will promote, or they will this business will provide employment to many people. Alright, so it is a big thing. Clear? No. So the Indian government introduces AgriSURE, a 750 crore fund. Remember the amount, it can be useful for this. Alright, so to support agripreneurs and startups. Agripreneurs means the entrepreneurs who are venturing into the agriculture sector. One very good example is a company in Bihar. They have used drones to spread the insecticide and pesticide in the entire field. So that is an agriculture startup, and the person who has started this startup would be known as agripreneur. Okay, so this is being managed by NAB Ventures, remember, and it targets innovation in agriculture and rural infrastructure. All right, so just remember AgriSURE, 750 crore rupees corpus for agriculture startups. All right, so remember this thing. Yeah. Next one is second regional event of the Hamara Samvidhan, Hamara Samman. What is Hamara Samvidhan? Our constitution, our pride. Okay, so the second regional event of this was held in Prayagraj of Uttar Pradesh. All right, and who promoted this? Designing innovation solution for holistic access to justice. It is Disha for short. It was held under the aegis of Disha. Okay, what is the purpose? Since we all know that this is the year 2024 is the 75th anniversary of the adoption of the Indian Constitution. All right, so to commemorate this event, this event was organized to commemorate the 75th year of adoption of our Constitution. So now tell me, do you know what is Disha? So it was launched by the Department of Justice. Disha, the full form is Designing Innovative Solution for Holistic Access to Justice. Alright. So it was launched for 2021 to 26, and the purpose is to secure justice to the people of India as enunciated in the preamble in Article 39A, 14 and 21 of the Indian Constitution. So Article 39A, okay. So 14, equality, right? So these kind of thing you should know. Do you guys know what is Article 21A about? If you know, write in the comment section which fundamental right does Article 21A promotes. Mention in the comment section. Now the second static thing is Constitution of India. So it was adopted on November 26, 1949. The year 1949, 26 November it was adopted. It came into effect it was enforced on 26 January 1950, and this was celebrated as Republic Day. India became a sovereign nation, and the committee, the drafting committee who has drafted the entire constitution, it was led by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, so Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairperson of the drafting committee. Yes, right to life. No, Article 21A I am asking. 21A. Not Article 21. So tell me, then we have ICAR to launch one scientist, one product scheme. Okay. So one scientist, one product scheme. So if you have heard about one district, one product scheme, it is started by the UP government. Alright, so ICAR is Indian Council of Agricultural Research. They've launched this one scientist, one product scheme, and the purpose of this scheme is what? It aims to enhance agricultural productivity by assigning specific research targets to individual scientists. So in ICAR, which is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, many scientists are working, okay, for increasing the agricultural growth, agricultural output and sustainable agriculture. So in order to motivate them, they have been assigned specific individual targets to, let's say you are one scientist, the other one is him. I would be allocating different research work to each one of them. Okay. So the ultimate purpose is this. So remember, one scientist, one product scheme launched by ICAR for research. Okay. So remember this thing. These are one-liner kind of current affairs, so nothing much to go. Now the static thing is, what is ICAR? It was established in 1929, pre-independence. Okay. Before independence, it was established. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare was the nodal ministry. Headquarters is in New Delhi. There is a very famous road called Pusa Road. Okay, Pusa Road. So it is near this road. And the objective is to promote and coordinate agricultural research and education across India. Yes. Article 21 is right to compulsory, free and compulsory education. So 6 to 14 years. Okay, so free and compulsory education. Article 21A. Next is Asmita project. Alright, so Asmita is basing augmenting study material in Indian languages through translation and academic writing. So basically the purpose is initiative to develop 22,000 books in Indian languages in next 5 years. See, many of the higher studies books, they are mostly in English language. So that what is happening, the person who is from Hindi medium, or let's say who is from, let's say, Tamil, who don't know English, how they are going to read about those books? So they are planning to translate all these books into the regional languages. Okay, so this will help them to spread the higher education into the remote areas also. Okay, so Asmita project 22,000 books in Indian languages. And who has started this initiative of UGC, University Grant Commission, plus Bharatiya Bhasha Samiti, BBS. This is your entire short notes about Asmita project. So the entire thing is the Ministry of Education, because it is related with education. Okay. Now you should know about UGC, very important body for education. So it was established in 1956. The nodal ministry is Ministry of Education. Previously, Ministry of Education was known as what ministry? Do you guys know? Remember? What was the previous name of Ministry of Education? It is a very new name. So mention in the comment section those who know the previous name of Ministry of Education. And the present chairperson of UGC is Mr. M. Jagdesh Kumar. Okay. So this thing you should know. Next is PM Shri Tourism Air Service. So Madhya Pradesh government, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister has launched this scheme. What is the purpose of this scheme? Intra-state air service. Intra means inside the state. Alright. So for MP they have started this Vayu Seva, intra-state. Alright. So the first flight would be from Bhopal to Jabalpur. Okay. So it is an initiative of government of MP. Clear? For intra-state air travel. So remember one thing, air service led by Madhya Pradesh government. So this two facts you have to remember about the entire scheme. If you guys have any query or doubt, do mention in the comment section so that I would be able to read it at least. Next one is Ladakh achieves full functional literacy under Ullas scheme. Okay, so you all know that Ullas is now in which state it is has been implemented. It is for Ladakh. Let's see what is Ullas. All right. So Ullas is basically, let me show you. Now Bharat Saksharta Karyakram means New India Education Program. Ullas. Okay. So the full form is Understanding Lifelong Learning for All in Society. So everyone should read and write everything. That is the Ullas program. It was launched in 2022. So in this news, what you have to remember is that under this initiative, Ladakh has achieved over 97% literacy and it is nearing 100%. So that is an incredible achievement. Alright. So you should remember this. So whenever the education scheme is there, it is and somehow related with national education policy recommendations. Remember this thing. Alright. So the purpose of this scheme is to provide functional literacy to adults, means 15 plus years, who missed formal education, who are not able to go to the school. They have to provide education literacy for all those adults. Yes, like Udan. Okay. Yes, Ministry of HRD, Ministry of Education was previously known as Ministry of Human Resource and Development, MHRD. The previous name was MHRD. Now coming to the next one, PM Jeevan Yojana. Very important scheme again related to environment. So it was now extended by 5 years. Okay. So PM Jeevan Yojana has now been extended by the Union Cabinet. The purpose of this scheme was, it was aimed at enhancing country's advanced biofuel sector. Alright. So let's see about this scheme. What is the scheme about? So the full form is JAIIB Indhan, Vatavaran Anukul Fasal Avshesh Nivaran, that is G1. Okay. JAIIB Indhan means organic fuels, the biofuel, the fuel which has been derived from the biological resources, that is JAIIB Indhan. Okay. Vatavaran Anukul Fasal Avshesh Nivaran means to dispose of the Fasal Avshesh, means the debris, or let's say the remains when you cut the crops now, whatever it being remained in the field, let's say the wheat straws, which these are known as fasal avshesh, whatever has been left after the crop has been harvested. So we have to dispose that remains in a environment friendly manner, vatavaran anukul. Okay, so what is happening, you all must have heard that in North India during before the winters, the farmers in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, they start to burn their wheat straws. That is known as stubble burning, and because of this, entire North India comes under severe air pollution during the winter season. So to ensure that they don't just burn it, they collect that remain and give it to the factories and they make biofuel from that thing. To promote these kind of activity, PM Jeevan Yojana was launched. So it was notified in 2019. The purpose was financial support for 2G ethanol projects using lignocellulose biomass. This is nothing but wheat straws and similar type of agricultural remains. Okay, so they are giving financial incentive that don't burn because it is causing severe air pollution. Pick it up and give it to the 2G ethanol plant. They will make fuel from this. This is the entire scheme. The nodal ministry is Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, and the financial outlay is around 2000 crore. So very, very important. You should remember this. All right. Now we will start the indexes. I hope the schemes are clear. Any doubt? Anyone? You can mention in the comment section. Whatever doubt you can mention in the comment section. I will try to answer each one of them. So next, let's see what are the important indexes. So first one was QS World University Rankings. Okay. So Jawaharlal Nehru University has topped this QS World University ranking by subject 2024. Okay. So just remember which university has topped here. These are very factual things, nothing more to remember here. Okay. So direct one liner thing, JNU first rank in QS World University ranking. You can make a short note. All right. So just let's be very quick. So let's talk about what is QS World University ranking. It is conducted by Quacquarelli Simons. QS is the full form for QS is Quacquarelli Simons. It is a British company is specializing in education and study abroad programs. So they generally do the survey and they come up with their ranking. So as per this ranking, JNU has topped. It was established in 2004. Objective is to rank the universities globally. Okay. All right. Mr. Rolex, no issue, sir. All clear. Great. Next was Travel and Tourism Development Index 2024. Whenever there is an index or report, two things: the ranking of India. Second, who has started this report or the index. So India has ascended to 39th spot in the World Economic Forum's Travel and Tourism Development Index. So your 2 points would be, first, it is by World Economic Forum. And India ranked at 39th. Okay. First rank is secured by United States of America. These facts you have to remember. Is it clear, everyone? I'm not going very much in depth. Okay. So World Economic Forum, you have to remember, very, very important organization. So it was established in 1971. The founder is Klaus Schwab. He is the person, Mr. Klaus Schwab. He has started World Economic Forum. The headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. And the purpose is variety. They are doing variety of things. They engage in business, political, academic and other regional issues, right? So they do everything. And the key events is annual meeting held in Davos, Switzerland. Remember, World Economic Forum, they generally have their annual meeting in Davos, which is a place in Switzerland. So these things you should remember about World Economic Forum. Now coming to the next one is Oxford Economics Global Cities Index. Alright, so Global City Index, it is released by Oxford Economics, and in this index Delhi emerges as the highest ranked city, Indian city, okay, and securing 350th position among the world's 1000 largest city. So largest in India is Delhi, and overall 350th position out of 1000 cities, right? That first ranking was to New York. New York has clinched the top spot. Second is London, and then the third is San Jose. So this is the Oxford Economics Global Cities Index. So these are direct facts you have to remember. Next one is Income Tax Department sets Cost Inflation Index for financial year 24-25. So Cost Inflation Index, it is who initiate this index? It is by Income Tax Department of India. All right. What is the name? Cost Inflation Index, right? So the CII serve as a tool to adjust inflation, allowing taxpayer to determine the gains accurately by considering the real appreciation of the assets. So let's say if I have a piece of land, today is 2024, the price of that land is, let's say, 1 crore rupees. Okay. Now let's say in 2030, after let's say 6 years, I sell that plot, the piece of land, in let's say 5 crore rupees. But do I get the actual 5 crore rupees, or the value of 5 crore rupees today and after 6 years would be same? No, because there is inflation every year, somewhere around 5 to 6%, 5%. There is inflation rate. Means let's say today I have 100 rupees. Next year, let's say the inflation rate is 5%. Okay, so my 100 rupee value would become 95 next year, and then after again 10 rupee less. So this index helps them to accurately predict their gains by adjusting the inflation, by considering the inflation also. Okay, so you will get this PDF after the lecture. Okay, I will upload this in the app also, the Oliveboard app, and also on the YouTube. So just remember, Income Tax Department has disclosed this. Now Cost Inflation Index, the purpose is adjust price for inflation when calculating for long term capital gains. Okay, it is introduced by Department of Income Tax. All right, and it's come under Ministry of, which ministry? Income Tax Department, Ministry of Finance. Yes. Okay, there is a formula for calculating all this. You don't have to remember the formula I have mentioned here. Cost of acquisition into CII of the sale year divided by CII of the purchase year. You don't have to remember, I'm just giving you for your general information, right? So this is Cost Inflation Index. Coming to the next one, very important, World Bank's Container Port Performance Index. See, today the international trade is dominated by ships. Around 70 to 80% of the global trade is done through the maritime route, through the oceanic routes. Alright, so World Bank has created this report. So in this report, Container Port Performance Index, Visakhapatnam Port Authority has secured 19th position in the entire world. So see the Visakhapatnam port, if you see, here is India, here is the Visakhapatnam port of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and it has secured 19th rank in the index. All right, so this marks a significant milestone for India's maritime industry. So remember this thing. Now tell me, how many total international ports are there? Major national ports are there. Tell me. Major ports of India, how many are there? I have already told you. I have shown you each state has one or two. Okay. Yes, Visakhapatnam is one of the deepest port. Now let's see some static fact about World Bank. Very, very important. So again, its formation was in the year 1944 during the Bretton Woods Conference. So during this conference, World Bank and IMF was formed. Okay, headquarters is in Washington DC, USA, and World Bank is basically a group Okay, so it is a group. It has basically 5 units: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So let's see one by one. Yes, 13 exactly. So World Bank Group has number 1. Let me change the pen color. So we have number 1 IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So what is the sole purpose? They are financing for middle income developing countries. All right, they are financing, they are providing loans to middle income, and those are developing countries. Then we have IDA, International Developmental Association. They are financing for low income developing countries. Okay, so IDA is for low income, the IBRD is for middle income countries. Then we have IFC. IFC and fourth one is MEGA. They work with private sector. Alright. IBRD and IDA work with the government. Remember this thing. So their investment in private sector. MEGA is basically International Development Association. Clear? Then we have the tribunals. The International ICSID. Okay, so just remember this cross. The name is ICSID, International Arbitration of Investment Disputes. So let's say if US, some company of US, or let's say World Bank has given let's say 2 lakh crore rupees to Pakistan, and Pakistan is not returning that money, they can take Pakistan to ICSID, that is International Arbitration of Investment Disputes. So these are the 5 organizations of the World Bank Group. Clear? So there is a bit correction. Just remember IFC is International Finance Corporation. Okay, their full form is wrong. Just remember this. So you can correct this one. Now the Kantar's Brand Inclusion Index 2024. Okay, brand inclusion means what? What is brand inclusive? So an inclusive brand is which includes all the sectors of the society, be it women, be it children, be it the old person, be it the tribals, mean everyone. Alright. So the Kantar's Brand Inclusion Index 2024 highlights significant issues of discrimination and importance of diversity, equity and inclusion for Indian consumers. Means, for example, let's say there is a company, okay, there is an African company, and they are only employing the African persons, and that too 90%, 95% are, let's say, the blacks. So this is not called diversity. For example, the South African cricket team, they have a proper rule that this much of whites and this much of blacks should be there in the cricket team, because to promote diversity and to promote inclusivity. So this Kantar Brand Inclusive Index has showed that the top 5 companies who have done really good are Google, Tata Motors from India, excellent, Amazon, Jio and Apple. So these are the top 5 companies as per the brand inclusivity. Okay. Moving on to the next one, FIFA Men's Ranking 2024. Alright. So we all know that India does not get the opportunity much to play international football, right, at a bigger stage, let's say the World Cup or the Premier stage. So in the overall ranking, India has stand on 124th position in the global FIFA men's ranking. Okay, and who is the top team? Argentina. Alright, so very famous player from Argentina. Kindly mention in the comment section if you guys follow football. At least you should know this footballer who is the best player in the world, and who is the topmost player of Argentina. Kindly mention in the comment section if you guys know that. So let's see what is about FIFA. The full form is Federation International de Football Association. Alright. So it is an internal governing body for soccer, that is football. It was established in 1904 and it is headquartered in Zurich, Switzerland. Alright. So it comprises 211 members and the present chairperson is Gianni Infantino. Okay, so he is the person, he is the present chairperson of FIFA. Yes, Lionel Messi. Right. So now mention, Let's see, the next one is NIRF India Ranking, National Institution Ranking Framework. NIRF, I will show you what is NIRF and what does they do, I will show you. But first see the NIRF India Ranking. So basically they rank all the important institutes of India, the educational institutes. So in their ranking, IIT Madras has secured the top spot in the overall category. Remember, there are different categories in their ranking. So in the overall category, IIT Madras has topped. After that, IISc Bangalore. Okay. So different categories there. In overall category, number 1 is IIT Madras. Number 2 is IISc Bangalore. Right. In the university category, number 1 is JNU. Okay. The second one is Jamia Islamia. Then in the management category, IIM Ahmedabad topped. IIM A. Okay. And in the medical category, there is only one, AIIMS New Delhi. So these are the categories which have won. Alright, so remember this, at least in the overall you should know, overall and the university, which two universities or the institution has topped. Now let's see what is NIRF. So it was launched by Ministry of Human Resource and Development in 2015. So MHRD, the present name is Ministry of Education. Okay. So purpose was to provide a methodology to rank higher education institution in India. So NIRF is ranking of the higher education institutions. Remember this thing. So they are different parameters based on which they provide the ranking. So it includes teaching, alright, learning and resource, research, graduation outcomes, outreach, and just general perception. So based on these 5 to 6 parameters, they provide the entire ranking. Is it clear, everyone? Next we have Niti Aayog Sustainable Development Goal Index. Very, very important. Whenever I mark a news at 3-star, na, try to memorize it by heart, because this is the most important one. Just give me a minute. So India's overall score improved to 71 in 23-24 from 66 in 20-21. Means India's score in 2021 was, in this period, was 66. Now for the year 23-24, it has increased to 71. Means they are doing something good. Alright. So states like Uttarakhand, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa and Himachal are have emerged as the top performance in the overall score. So at number 1 we have Uttarakhand, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So remember this thing. So before going to the Niti Aayog static fact, tell me how many sustainable development goals we have in total. The number. If you know how many sustainable development goals we have, mention in the comment section. So Niti Aayog, the full form of Niti is National Institution for Transforming India. It was established in the year 2015. Before that we have the Planning Commission. So Niti Aayog has replaced Planning Commission to become the new think tank. So it is a think tank of the government of India. Alright, so it has replaced Planning Commission, and the purpose is to promote cooperative federalism between the states and the center, and between different states and their own. Alright. The chairperson of Niti Aayog is Prime Minister, and the current vice chairman is Suman Berry. Alright. We will also check about the structure of Niti Aayog further in the slides. So you remember these facts. Chairman is PM. The current vice chairperson is Suman Berry. Alright. No, not 5-year plans. I am asking about the Sustainable Development Goal, SDG. How many goals we have? Next in news is Hurun India Rich List. So this Hurun India Rich List, they try to rank the most richest person in India. All right. So they basically the report has shown that the richness area has shifted. So it was previously China, but now it has become the Mumbai. Mumbai has become the emerging as the new billionaire capital of Asia. Right. So maximum number of billionaires in the entire Asia are residing in Mumbai, as per the Hurun report. So there are 334 billionaires in India, a very huge number. All right, and a 29% of increase from last year. So now means in this year 29% has more 39% more people have become billionaire as compared to the previous year. So we don't know how it is happening. So at number 1 is Mr. Gautam Adani. He is at rank 1, right? The entire net worth is around 11.6 lakh crores. And the second person is Mr. Mukesh Ambani of Reliance, right? Shah Rukh Khan stand at 58 with 7,300 crore. So see the difference. But let's say he is a film star and he is an industrialist. In the youngest billionaire category, Kaivalya Vora of Zepto. Okay, he is the co-founder of Zepto. He has become the youngest billionaire. All right. Remember this thing. Now, World Cyber Crime Index, again very, very important. So who releases World Cyber Crime Index? So it has been released by University of Oxford and UNSW Canberra. All right. So they have developed this World Cyber Crime Index 2024. In this, Russia tops. All right. After that, Ukraine and China. Okay. India has captured 10th spot in the ranking. So India number 10th. Russia tops. Means the most number of crimes is happening in cybercrime is happening in Russia. All right. So if we talk about the overall cost of cyber crimes, so the around for the whole world it is around $9.22 trillion, and previously it was 13.82. Means sorry, for 2024 it is $9.22 trillion, and it is expected to grow to 13.82 trillion by 2028. Right. So more than 4 trillion, more than the GDP of India, it is cyber crime is going to cost us. So these kind of situation is very CEO BVR Subramaniam. Yes. Okay, you are talking about Niti Aayog. All right. Next is Global Energy Transition Index 2024. Energy transition means, are we shifting from the traditional resources to the modern one? Right. So traditional one were what? Coal. Coal was the traditional, the thermal plant. So are we shifting towards renewable energy? Are we shifting towards wind? Are we shifting toward biofuels? So this energy transition index ranks as per this modification. Okay. So it is released by World Economic Forum. Very, very important. Okay. So Sweden has topped in energy transition index. Always the European countries, because they have less population as compared to India and China, so they can transition in a better manner and easily, because they already have the developed country status. All right. Then it is Denmark and Finland. See, all the European nations, they have topped this list. India has been ranked 63rd. So we are developing, we need to burn the fuel, we need to burn the coal so that we can attain that level of development. Then only we can think about transitioning. Na? So right. Okay. Thank you, Rolex. Chalo. So remember this thing. Okay. So Global Energy Transition Index, it is with World Economic Forum. It is released by World Economic Forum. Sweden has topped. India is at 63rd rank. So these three facts you have to remember. Now coming to Global Peace Index, again very, very important. So Global Peace Index 2024, it is published by the name of the institute, Institute for Economy and Peace, that is IEP. All right. So it is released by Institute of Economy and Peace, and it provides a comprehensive measure of global peacefulness. So how many countries they evaluate? 163 independent states and territories. All right. So at number 1, who has topped? Iceland. Okay. Number 2 is Ireland, and then it is Austria. India's ranking is 116. Not good. So as per the Global Peace Index, India is not very peaceful nation. So that is their perception. But we know that India is one of the most peaceful nation. Because see, no other nation has so much of diversity. We have diversity every other kilometers, right? Even in your own state, if you belong from Karnataka, even in Karnataka, if the northern districts of Karnataka is very different from the southern districts. They have different practices, they have different food culture, they have different outfits. So much of diversity. Even then, India is a unity in diversity. Okay, because of this, there might be a small scale violence or small scale disruptions, but for the entire nation, it is a solid unity. Okay, so that's why India is recognized that because of this kind of diversity, it is one of the most powerful nation as of now. Okay, so this is the World Peace Index. Now coming to Institute of Economic Peace. Alright, so it is a global think tank focused on peace and economic issues. It was founded in 2007 in Sydney, Australia. So it is Australia based institute. Alright, so ultimate aim is to promote economy and peace in the entire world, and it is known for Global Peace Index and Positive Peace Index. So these are some static facts about IEP. Remember the location. Okay, Sydney, Australia. Next we have Global Agricultural Export Index 2023. It was released in 24, but the index is of 23. Okay, so this Agriculture Export Index is released by World Trade Organization. Very, very important. Okay, the ranking of India stands at 8th largest exporter of agriculture products worldwide. So India stands at number 8th rank. Who tops? European Union at number 1 and USA at number 2. Alright. Why India was number 8? See, India is one of the highest agricultural exporter of the world. Why it is at number 8? Because recently we have banned certain products for the export. Let's say, for example, we have banned wheat export in May 2022. We have banned non-basmati rice export in 23. Recently we have previously we have banned onion exports also. So depending upon the domestic scenario, depending upon our nation's scenario, we try to stop exports. First of all, we have to feed our own people, then only we can export. We have this kind of ideology, right? So it is a good thing. So remember, World Global Agriculture Export Index, WTO, India is 8th, number 1 is European Union. Yes. So about WTO, remember this, it was established in 1995. Okay, so previously it was known as GATT, General Agreement for Tariff and Trade. Okay, and the headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. There are 164 countries as of now, and the present chairperson is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. So it is the African lady. Okay, so the name is this. You can remember NOI for short. So WTO equal to NOI. Remember, WTO equal to no. You can remember the name, right? Because I don't believe you can memorize these kind of names. Clear? Chalo. Next we have Henley Passport Index. So this is the passport. This index shows that which is the country has the strongest passport. So India's passport at 82nd. So India is at 82nd, not very strong. Alright. Singapore is at number 1. So first spot is of Singapore. Alright. The strongest passport. Right. So this is Henley Passport Index. Now we will be dealing with some of the reports. So let's quickly go through all those reports. So are you guys understand? Do you guys understanding the concept? Also, do you like the approach of ours? How we are approaching these kind of current affairs? Yes or no in the comment section. Yeah. Okay. Now we have the Global Hepatitis Report 2024. Who released this report? World Health Organization. Okay. So Global Hepatitis Report, what is the ranking of India? You know that hepatitis is a disease. Alright, and there are different variety of hepatitis A, B, alright, and different vaccinations are available. Okay, so India stands at number 2nd, right? So highest number of cases of hepatitis is in China. Clear? So more than 3.45 crore cases of hepatitis is in China. India is at number 2, means we are not doing good. So let's see about World Health Organization. So it is a specialized agency of United Nations. It was established in 1948. Headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Alright. So for the during the COVID, WHO was deciding what to do, what not to do, which medicine to, which vaccine to start, which vaccine not to start. Okay. So all the research was done by. So they set the global health standards. Okay. And the present director is Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Okay. So he is the person, he is the present chairperson, the Director General of WHO. Okay. So remember this thing. So hepatitis, you should know that there are 5 main types of hepatitis: A, B, C, D and E. And this, which organ it affects? It affects the liver. Alright. So often it is a viral infection. Remember this thing. So just make a short notes. Hepatitis, it affects liver, right? And it is a viral infection. Alright, different symptoms are there. You may have jaundice, abdominal pain and dark urine. Vaccines are available for type A and B. Remember, we have 5 types of hepatitis, but vaccine is only for A and B. Alright, and hygiene and safe practices for other. For B, C and C, D and E, you don't need to have vaccination. If you maintain a proper hygiene, you will not get infected by hepatitis C and C, D and E. Just remember. Yes. Alright. Next is the 22nd Periodic Labour Force Survey, PLFS for short, January to March 2024 report. So this report was there. The name was Periodic Labour Force Survey. By the name it is clear that it is periodic, right? For every period this reports come. Okay. So in this report we have found that the unemployment rate for individual who are in the age group of 15 and above in urban areas saw a slight decline to 6.7%. Alright. So the unemployment rate is going down. It is a good sign. Right. So what happened was during the COVID time, there was huge, this number just shot up. But post COVID, there was a good recovery in the employment thing. Alright. So among females who are aged between 15 and above, the unemployment rate dropped to 8.5%. So it is a good sign that unemployment rate is getting low. Alright. So periodic labor force survey, it was started in 2017. And who does this survey? National Statistical Office, NSO. And the purpose is to assess the employment and unemployment situation in India. How many people are doing their job? How many people are idle? Right? So they survey about this. And it is conducted annually, biannually and quarterly basis. That is why it is known as periodic. Okay. So what indicators they are using employment wage levels, workforce participation and different key indicators to come to that particular number. Okay. So this is labor force survey. Next we have the State of World Fisheries and Aquaculture 2024 report. So how the fish sector, right, the aquaculture sector is performing. So this report is released by Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. Remember this thing. And is part of the United Nations. Remember again, FAO is part of the United Nations. Okay. And this report, they have find that Asia, they dominates at the global aquaculture production, with China and India and Indonesia leading the way. So India, Indonesia and China are the top performers in this report. Means the global fish production, the aquaculture production, we are doing good. Okay. So Asia is the top performer. Let's see about FAO. It was founded in 1945. Alright. The headquarters is in Rome, Italy. and it is a specialized agency of United Nations. It is not the principal organ, it is a specialized agency, remember this thing. And what is the goal of this organization? It aims to eradicate hunger, improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Alright, so it comprises of more than 190 members. So remember the headquarter, the year of foundation, or whether is a part of UN or not. Thank you Banking Education Kalpana for your review. Now coming to this World Population Prospect 2024 report. How our population is going to increase or decrease in future, this report tells us that. Okay, so the projection for India is that India's population is projected to peak at 1.7 billion in the early 2060s. So by early 2060s means after around 35-40 years. So our population would be 1.7 billion. So around, as of now we are at 1.2 billion, 1.2 or 1.25 billion, right? Before declining by 12%. So we all know that India is in a demographic dividend phase. We have majority of population in the young age group, that is from 15 to let's say for 59, right? So where population, that's why because of this number our population is increasing. And the developed nations, the European nation, USA, Japan, they have a declining population, right? So there in Japan, in Germany, in United Kingdom, more people are above 60 years, right? So that's why their birth rate and the fertility rate, they are decreasing. So there is this Malthusian theory, there is a theory in geography called demographic transition theory, which very suitably describes all the population transition for the developed nation, for the developing nation, and how it is related with the economic growth. The population increase or decrease is all related with the economic thing. Whenever a country is doing excellent, it is in the developed phase, people will less indulge in marriage, there will be higher divorce rate and the population would be decreasing. But a place which is a developing country, less literacy, their population would be highly increasing. Africa, for example. Okay. So let's not dwell much in deep. So it is predicted by United Nations World Population Prospect Report. And another finding is that the global population is to peak at 10.3 billion in the mid 2080s. We won't be, I don't think I would be alive by then. But so if the entire world population would be 10 billion by 2080s, right? Now, United Nations, you should remember that it was founded in 1945 after World War II. Alright, the purpose is to promote peace, security and cooperation among countries. The headquarters is in New York City. There are 193 members. And the main principals organ are the General Assembly, the Security Council, the International Court of Justice, the UN Secretariat. Alright, so there are 6 principal organs of United Nations. Moving on to the next one. FDI report from Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India has released a report in which they have shown the foreign direct investment in India. So they have showed that in the FDI, that is foreign direct investment in India, has surged to $6.9 billion. Remember this number. So FDI for the month April to June 25, right? So they have mentioned that the net surge, surge means increase, is $6.9 billion as compared to $4.7 billion in the same period last year. So there was a good increase, means more foreign funds are coming into India, and this is showing that because of this more and more startups are increasing in India, right? Approximately 75% of the FDI flows originated from 5 key countries. So we have Singapore, Mauritius, Netherlands, US and Belgium, right? So these are the top 5 countries who are infusing funds in India. So remember this thing. Now about Reserve Bank of India, some static fact you should know. It was established in year 1935, 1st April 1935, and the 2024 marks the 90th year of RBI. So very important question can be asked. So it was established under RBI Act 1934. Alright. So headquarters is in Mumbai, and the purpose is to have a qualitative and quantitative control of the Indian economy. Alright, so it was nationalized in 1st January 1949. Remember this thing. Okay, so this was about. Now we have Niti Aayog's report on electronic manufacturing. So Niti Aayog has released a report which tells us about the electronic manufacturing status in India. Okay, the title of the report was Electronics, Powering India's Participation in Global Value Chains. Alright, so India has set an ambitious target of achieving $500 billion in electronic manufacturing by 2030. So this is the target, and we don't know we are going to achieve it or not, because still we are getting electronic item imported from China and Taiwan. But now we have started to manufacture some semiconductor plants are coming up in Assam, in West Bengal. Alright. So as of now, as of financial year 23, the electronic sector has reached $101 billion. In financial year 17, it was $48 billion only. So it has increased almost double. Alright. So remember this thing. Moving on. So this is some detail about Niti Aayog. It was formed in 2015, as I've already told. It replaced the Planning Commission. Alright. The primary purpose is to promote cooperative federalism. The current vice chairman is Suman Berry and the chairperson is Prime Minister of India. Now, so the chairperson is Prime Minister. Then there is vice chairman who is nominated by Prime Minister. Then there is chief executive officer, which is again nominated by Prime Minister. Alright. Then there are full-time members. Then there are 2 part-time members, and there are 4 ex officio members. So this entire becomes Niti Aayog. Alright. So you have to remember chairperson, who is the chairperson, who is the vice chairperson, and who is the CEO. So tell me, who is the CEO of Niti Aayog? One student has just given the answer in the comment section already. The current CEO of Niti Aayog. Next we have World Bank's report on water for shared prosperity. So World Bank's report on water for shared prosperity. So remember this thing. This report titled Water for Shared Prosperity is released by World Bank. I'm focusing again and again on this word. So BVR Subramaniam. Good. Alright. So this report unveiled that. So this report was unveiled at which? World Water Forum. So the 10th World Water Forum was being held. So in this report was released by World Bank. Okay. Some key findings were 197 million lakh safe drinking water. A good, big number. Alright. 450 million reside in high poverty, low water access area, and less than half of our schools in low income have water access. So it is a very gruesome situation, very serious situation, and we all should try to conserve water as much as we can. Starting from the day when you wake up, don't go and just open the sink and start doing brush. Take a glass, put some water and start doing the brush, because otherwise you're going to waste so much of water. These small steps now can do a big wonder, and I would urge every student that they should be responsible for every drop of water. Try to save as much as you can, because see, in today's time we are witnessing the global scarcity of water in India also. The tourists, you must have heard about the news that tourists in Shimla, they are carrying buckets and they are making a queue in front of this water tanker. People in Bangalore, they are celebrating no water day, 0 water day, right? So these kind of situation can come to you also. So try to save. All right. So that's our, yes, our sustainable development goal number 6 is also related with water. So now let's talk about World Water Forum. All right. So it is held every 3 years. Okay. The 2024 host was Indonesia, and the purpose was serve as a platform for water community and decision makers. All right. So these are the some static facts related to World Water Forum. So this was it for today's session, and we have covered all the important reports, indexes, and the schemes for the past 6 months. All right. So we have covered almost around 80 to 90 facts and news, right? So if you can revise and remember this much, that would be more than enough. You must be getting 2 to 3, 4 questions from this thing. All right. And if you're having 40 to 50 questions in the exam, let's say if you're having 40 total questions, and if you're able to correct 25 to 30, you are in the top league. All right. So just try to revise this thing. If you have any questions, yes, if you have any questions, just mention in the comment section, so we can talk for 5 to 10 minutes. So this is our third video in the 6-month series. The first video was on national, state and international news. The second video was on banking, finance and economy. The third was on this scheme and reports indexes. And the next video we would be covering this agreements. All right, agreement summits and other books and authors, these direct facts things. So if you have any question, do mention in the comment section. Sir, please provide PDF. Yes, I would be attaching this PDF in this session link. All right, you can get, you also can join the Telegram group where we are sharing this PDFs, every live class PDFs, all the class schedule are being sent on that Telegram group. So do join that Telegram group. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If anyone has any doubt, any query regarding their preparation, they can also ask me about their general queries. No need to talk about this session only. We can talk about your general queries or other issues also. Telegram group name. Just a minute. So what is the name of the group? Banking GA group by Oliveboard. This is the name of the group. Banking GA group by Oliveboard. This is the Telegram group. You all can join, and we are sharing all the important PDFs and all the important class schedules in that particular group. All right. Okay. So let's wrap up this session. Okay. And it was a very high yield video. See these videos now, these are known as high yield videos. In less amount of time, we are covering the most important topics. So just make the quick notes, revise it, and be ready for your upcoming exam. Yes, I am also conducting the classes for banking awareness. All right. So you can go on the Oliveboard app and you can register on that particular thing. So we are also going to start this new batch of banking awareness very soon, most probably next week only. So I will share you all the details. Clear? Chale. So it was an excellent session, I believe. I am able to help you guys, and if we can get 5 to 6 questions from this session, means your success, your hard work has paid off. All right. Chalo, on this note, I am ending this session, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Jai Hind.